lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you. Whole lot of guns and you still let them spank you. Bought your own chains, but you still let them hang you.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Boxer Sparring? Keno, Birdman, K-Dub, Brother Cole. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Thank you, Champion Heart, man. And without further ado, the gentleman, Birdman, the gentleman, Lincoln, Curtis, Gerald Hawthorne, ladies and gentlemen. The gentleman, Lincoln, Curtis, Gerald Hawthorne, ladies and gentlemen. I know you were freestyling. It sounded great, dog. It sounded great. That's when you know you're great, when you just put your fingers on the piano and just makes music, right? Yeah, I told you, man. That's when you the secrets of the car business. What's up, man? Yeah, keep it close. All right, love you, dude. All right, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through tonight. Kids are on break, man, so it's hard to stop what I'm doing and do the show. And they want to, we're doing Christmas tree decorating and cleaning the house and all that stuff. So it's been real challenging. So tonight I'll come in and do the show, and but it's great to be back, man. I totally appreciate y'all coming through, man. I'm trying to find this article right now, and we got a lot to cover, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight, and I don't know how well we're gonna do with getting everything in, but might as well do our best, man. Might as well do our best. First off, Christina Cyborg will be on the Terrence Crawford undercard. That's smart, Maybe it'll give him, a couple thousand pay-per-view buys. Terrence already gonna sell that thing out, so hopefully that adds to the pay-per-view market, and that'd be great. I want to see if she posted on her Instagram yet. I just saw it on Boxing Hub, Boxing Scene. Yeah, I want to see if she posted it yet. That'd be smart to have. And I'm on Errol Spence's page, and Errol Spence is in Ghana, if I'm not mistaken. Is that where he said he was going, Ghana? So Errol Spence is in Ghana living his best life. And yeah, I got a lot to say tonight. Where else were we at? What's up, Grave Digger? I appreciate y'all coming through. I know it'll be low because I ain't been here in a week, but I appreciate the people that come through. They just redid this Instagram, so I don't know. I got to get used to how it looks now. Tina Cyborg. Is this, she got a gym? Is this her? No, this ain't her. Oh shit, she posted it. Cyborg versus Holloway. Oh, she posted this shit 5 days ago. I'm late. I'm late than a motherfucker. I'm late. Dude, they bringing the money out, dog. Yeah, they bringing them. I gotta find her main page because I know she got a lot of followers. Dude, they not playing. They opening up the bag. Christina Cyborg's gym. Man, I can't find her page, man. Anyways, I know she got millions of followers, I'm sure. I don't know how did her ticket sales do in LA when she fought in LA? Do anybody know? Let me see that. Not not that it matters, but I'm just curious to see how the promotion goes. Anyways, man, hopefully everybody's having a happy holidays to everybody, man. If you don't believe in Thanksgiving, man, just call it Family Day, man. You know what I mean? And make the most of it. And what else? What else? What else? That's on. We got Regis Prograde and uh should be a banger. I forget who he's fighting, but I like the guy who he's fighting. What's his name? He was robbed against Martina against Jose Ramirez, and he came back and had the fight of the year last year or 2 years ago during COVID. I remember that. And so I'm excited to see that. I really had anticipating going to that fight, but I got the kids Saturday night, and so I'll be home. I'll be watching it somehow, some way. We got to make it out the hood one way, and so that's going on. And anything else going on in boxing before we get to the topic at hand? Anything I'm missing? I'm excited to see Inoue fight. Tank Davis. Oh, so we'll start with Tank Davis. So Tank Davis is fighting January 7th, which is 2 days before the national championship game. The Iron Bowl Saturday. Big fight. Frank Martin. I'm excited for that fight. I think Frank Martin is going to do well. I think he'll win by unanimous decision, 7 rounds to 3. And I'm glad that fight got moved to Vegas, because if it was in Minnesota, I think that they would have tried to cheat him. Most definitely. Um, but let's get on Tank Davis. Here's my theory on Tank Davis. Appreciate you, Miak. They're promoting Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis for a couple of reasons. I believe this is like a high. This is a speculatory hypothesis. A speculative hypothesis. How about that? Showtime subscribers they've lost over 700,000 subscribers this year to date. And they're using Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis to drum up their subscription base. Part 2. Tank Davis has a 2-day trial in the first or second week in December. And I believe that I don't know if it was Al Heyman that got his legal team, or I don't know who. They couldn't get a plea deal with him. They couldn't get a plea deal with him, so I honestly think that Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza, there's a piece of them that believes that it may not go in Tank Davis' favor. For the simple fact that they're promoting a second fight because they know that this fight is going to tank. It's not going to sell when people just want to watch college football. I'll just be honest. The no, because January 7th, because that day the NFL playoffs start. Week 17 is January 1st, New Year's Day. Just think the NFL is competing with college football, right? Anthony Davis done fell and hurt himself again. God damn. It's just an elbow, man. Get up. God damn. God. I mean, he got to stop giving in the pain so much, man. His pain tolerance is at a 0. Damn. Anyways, he's out for 3 weeks now, probably. This motherfucker needs some milk. Anyhow, so I really believe that they're using Tank Davis' name because there's a piece of them that believe that it's not going to sell well. So they need Ryan Garcia and they need the fan base to subscribe to make them believe that they're going to fight in 3. No matter what Steven Espinoza tells you, no matter he's soft with him, funeral music, no matter what he tells you, Steven Espinoza has to perform. I don't know how much time they're gonna give him. I'm not that's not my sector, but I will tell you this. He has to perform. And part of that performance is guaranteeing his bosses. Because Steven Espinoza has a boss, y'all. No matter how powerful he is, what LaRussell says, if you got a boss, you not a boss. You know what I mean? And Steven Espinoza got to perform. And that's why they're announcing all these fights. Fred, why are they announcing all these fights? Because Steven Espinoza trying to save his job, man. That's why. And guess what? And guess what they are? All pay-per-views. You ain't getting none of them fights for free. You ain't getting David Benavidez, Caleb Plant for free. Nah. You ain't getting that. I'm talking about the pay-per-views. Tank is gonna sell out. Tank's fights will sell out. And hopefully one of the Russell brothers will be on there. So I think what you're looking at is a $2.5 million gate. It's in Baltimore, right? So the cost of living is astronomically lower than it is in New York. So you're probably looking at a $2.5 million gate. New York, he did 5 million. So cut that in half. I don't know what the median is in Baltimore, but you can definitely charge more in New York. And no one's going to Baltimore on January 7th. Now, we going to the national championship game. We going to our favorite football team playoff game. But I will tell you this. If the Washington Redskins make the playoffs, that's a big weekend in the DMV area. It's a big weekend in the DMV area. Imagine if one of the Russells fight on the co-main Tank Davis fight, and you got the Washington Redskins, the Washington Commanders fighting that Sunday. It might be it's a hell of a weekend. You know, and if you fuck with them, that would be something to do, you know. So that could happen. But I look at him. See, now he's fine now. I don't like this motherfucker. God, he's a hoe. Now he's shooting free throws. Why did it take him so long to get up? Airball. Nah, he made it. Oh, now he don't want to shake hands with his left hand. Oh, you such a wuss, man. Like, God, I see why Kentucky didn't win a national championship with him. You know what? I bet Kentucky versus the field that year too. I bet Kentucky versus the field. They had him, the kid from Phoenix. They had Booker, him. They had the other big guy, DeMarcus Cousins, if I'm not mistaken. They had two big guys. They had the other big guy that didn't pan out in the NBA. He was a backup. He had a look at this motherfucker. Turnover. This motherfucker terrible, man. Well, these Lakers are horrendous, man. Anyhow, man, let's stay on subject, man. So I'm. Oh, he did. No, yeah, they did. Thank you. They didn't go back to back. They didn't go back to back or something. I bet them versus the field, and they lost. I remember watching that game. I forgot who they lost to. Was it Stanford? Was it who did they lose to? It was a Saturday because I was watching that shit, and I'm like, damn, there's my money going down the tube. Oh, Willie Cauley-Stein. There it is. He got drafted by Sacramento. But then they had the other guy. Remember, he had a hell of a run. He was like the third string center. You know what I mean? And his dumbass went back to college. He would have been a first round draft pick, and his dumbass went back to college. What was the third string center? They had Gilchrist and Davis won that year. The year after that, they didn't win. Did they lose to Florida or Stanford? I forget. Jerron Ennis is supposed to be on that card. Mm-hmm. Showtime ain't put no money in DeMarco. He did it to Danny and Sean Porter. Who's DeMarco? Anyhow, so if Jerron Ennis is on the card, that'll help. You know what I mean? Oh, he said, yeah, Chris Cyborg and Bud. You know, Boxing Ego gonna have some fun with that. Man, Boxing Ego is, I don't know, man. Like he on that shit heavy. I don't know how you can hate on a brother. But people gonna say that about me and Al Heyman. But I'm trying to free y'all. Al Heyman, Blue said Errol Spence versus Bud in May. Got to be something because uh Earl ain't fighting Keith Thurman, dog. And I think Earl has seen the light. I'm gonna read this article to y'all. Let's pull this shit up. Let's jump into this shit, man. Let's go. Let's go. Because y'all niggas don't read the tea leaves. Y'all just read the titles of these motherfuckers and don't do your homework. Errol Spence read this shit, and this is just an hypothesis. I ain't spoke to Earl since the last time he was on this show after he beat Danny Garcia. I don't talk to him. This is just, I would say Blue is the most credible person as it pertains to Jerron Ennis. So whatever he says about Jerron Ennis, I would believe it. That's just what I say. You know, he's been pretty consistent on Jerron Ennis. Let's see. I'm going to read this to y'all. The World Boxing Association has confirmed that their organization has approved a request for Errol Spence to make a world title defense against former unified champion Keith Thurman in the month of February. On November 14th, 2022, TGB Promotions applied for special permission on behalf of Spence to fight Thurman February 2023, but with specific mandatory conditions pursuant to the WBA C16, which states the mandatory defense periods can be modified for cause, either by special permission, request, or its own initiative. The WBA decided that Spence can face Thurman, the WBC stated. Now, y'all can go ahead and read the rest of the article, but this is pretty damning as it pertains to Al Heyman. Fred, what are you talking about? Tank ain't fighting at no MGM. Hell no. No, he's fighting at the because the Washington Wizards are off. They fight the 5th. I mean, they play the 5th. I already checked the schedule. They play the 5th, and they don't come back until the 9th. So he'll be fighting at the arena. That shit too small. That shit way too small. Dana, Tank fighting at the MGM National Harbor. The venue they're fighting at only holds 3,500, and people forgot Tank has a pending court case. Yeah, he's fighting at the Wizards Arena, right? Yeah, that shit too small. Gary Russell sold out National Harbor, so I think they need to put Gary Russell on this undercard. I think that'll be great for boxing. That'll be really great for boxing. Hopefully Al gets it right. And but appreciate you, Dana, man. Your beautiful grandkids, man. And I'm going to read this again to y'all because Errol Spence has been, let me take me off the screen. This is more important than me. On November 14th, 2022, TGB applied for a special permission on behalf of Spence. How did you do this shit on behalf of Spence? How did y'all do this on behalf of Spence? I'm going to repeat it one more time for the people in the back. How did you, Al Heyman and TGB, how and why did you do this on behalf of Spence? Earl has been very consistent. I'm not fighting that motherfucker. I'm not fighting him. No, you can't convince me to fight this dude. No. And on that leaked conversation, and I'm going to tell you something about that leaked conversation. Steven Espinoza leaked that conversation. You know why? Because he has no leverage. Him and Al are like spitting and spatting, and they so immature. They don't talk to each other. Don't let them fool you. Little Steven is not talking to Al Heyman like he say he is. Trust me. Al don't have no respect for little Steven. That is a fact. Oh, it's called the Capital One. It used to be called the MCI Arena, right? I don't know. They changed so much, man. How did they do this on behalf of Spence? He said, forget the F in lover, forget the L, and it's over. Go through his Twitter feed. I'm not fighting this dude. Go check the interview he did with me. I'm not fighting that dude. Go check anything since he's become a champion. I'm not fighting that dude. So how did PBC and Al Heyman do this on behalf of Errol Spence? You know what this is? This is Al Heyman shoving Keith Thurman down Errol Spence's throat. I'm going to repeat. This is Al Heyman shoving Keith Thurman down Errol Spence's throat. Now, excuse me, but see what had happened was Errol, you know I love you, man. You know we've been down since day one, man. You know I've been a fan of yours, you and your dad and your mom for a long time, and you know I only want the best for you, baby. Can you dig it, baby? I said, Errol, can you dig it? So here's what happened. I protected you as long as I could, Errol, but the WBA and the WBC, you know, they want their mandatories fulfilled, Errol. But what he didn't tell him is, yeah, Errol, you know I'm in control of the WBA. You saw what I did to Mikhail Fox, Errol, right? You saw how I made him lose, right? I can do that to anybody that fight for the WBA. I can get what I want. On the WBC? Oh, you want Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder? Hey, Mauricio Suleiman, do you want Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz? Oh, yeah. Sí, Simón, hombre, Simón, yes, aquí in Los Angeles, yes. Las Vegas, Los Angeles, yes. Well, here's what I need you to do for me. I need you to mandate Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence. When is your convention? November 7th, 5th, 6th, 7th? You wash my back, I wash yours. Okay, I see Negro, yes. Viva Negro, anything for Negro. That was the conversation. I remember one time, Al Heyman has Mauricio and I like Mauricio Sulaiman. His job is to promote. His job is to protect the legacy of his father and make it grow as big as possible. His job is not to value the WBC belt. His job is to make that belt the most prestigious, popular belt in all of the world, right? And I remember we were I'm gonna tell you a true story. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I don't remember the fight. We were at the new Wild Card West. It has changed names since, right? That's where Regis Prograis trains. That's where a lot of actors train. That's where the Russians train, you know. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Tim Smith says, "Come here, Mauricio. Al want to talk to you." That nigga Mauricio Sulaiman ran up them stairs and picked up that phone so fast. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Yeah, swear before God. I don't know what the conversation was about. I wasn't preview to the conversation. I was on the first floor getting my interviews, and we were in the hallway area. But Tim Smith says, "Al, I want to talk to you." No lie. God honest truth. So I understand what Viva Negro. I understand why Mauricio Sulaiman says Viva la Negro, because that's how he makes his money. That's how he keeps his dad legacy alive. And Errol Spence is in a precarious position. It's kind of like when you've outgrown your coaches and you got to get like new coaches and you're afraid to let them go. And Errol Spence, I believe, is in a position where he has absolute power. But their loyalty to Al is just in fucking sane. And I think it's hindering Errol Spence's career. I don't think he can get 25, 30 million anywhere else. I don't. I really, really don't. And this is the fight where Errol will be the favorite and get life-changing money. I still ain't hit $30 million yet. I'm 45 years old. I may not get there with you. You can reach me by railway. Earl, I don't care if you get here. Get there if you can. Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence deserve that $30 million, $25, $30 million, man. See, y'all dumb motherfuckers still talking about Canelo. See, y'all so stupid, man. I X'd out Canelo by saying this is the fight where Errol will be the favorite and get $30 million. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Y'all have no foresight. That's why y'all believe everything that everybody else say. You know, Boxing Ego killing him, Money Brown, and oh man, it's just amazing that Al Heyman can say Errol Spence is going to move up 17 pounds by September. Did y'all forget that? What's up, Miss Bass? Did y'all forget that? That Al Heyman was going to sell Errol Spence off to try and keep do you understand that? No, there's a big difference between fighting Terrence Crawford for 20 million and Terrence fighting Canelo for 20 million and fighting Terrence Crawford for 25. I mean, that's just night and day. You know what I mean? You don't see wide receivers playing offensive line, do you? You don't see point guards playing center, do you? I'm gonna move up to 164, get less money, and be a 3-1 underdog. Okay, I'll sign me up. Sign me up. Yeah, yeah. Well, you call it whatever you want. 50-50 fight, 51-49. Some books gonna have Earl Spence the favorite, y'all. Okay? Y'all niggas fight over pennies when I'm dropping dimes. Why do y'all fight over pennies and I'm giving y'all dimes? Y'all fighting over pennies. Give me that penny. Oh, the rest of that is silver? Nah, that shit ain't. Nah, that give me that brown one. Yeah, I'm gonna be different. I want the brown one. Give me that brown one over there. It's shiny too. Y'all niggas will pick up a shiny penny before a dirty quarter. That's what type of niggas we are. For real, for real. So I'm gonna say this about Al. Al is literally a sensitive, fragile control freak. And he's playing his hand right before y'all. This nigga is literally hiding his hands behind the WBA. He's hiding his hand, y'all. And you know what the most beautiful thing is? Fred is gonna be right. And Fred is gonna be right in about 6 months. Earl is gonna say, "Man, Fred, you were right, dog. You were right the whole way. You were right. Watch. That should be a great fight. Yeah." Earl is in Ghana. He's on his Dave Chappelle / Deontay Wilder tour. You know what I mean? But let's go to his Twitter, man. But this nigga literally, Al Heyman is literally trying to sell off Earl Spence. And I'm the voice of reason. You know, I am, as many know, I am a huge Earl Spence fan, and 9 hours going to Oyster Island in Gabon. Have a safe trip, man. He's going to the door of no return in Ghana. The fact that they're trying to make the Keith Thurman fight, and he says, I'm going to Ghana. And he got to be there for at least 10 days because it's 2 days travel. You don't go to Africa from America for 5 days. You go for 2 weeks. When you got Earl Spence money, you go for 2 weeks. You don't go for 5 days. So that means he's going to be with his family, which he has every right to be. And what he says, I don't know when I'm fighting again. Let's pull this shit up. Now, we can say he was blindsided. That's fair. I don't mind that, saying, oh, he was blindsided. You're absolutely right. He could have been blindsided. I'm not mad at that. But look what he said at the end. This motherfucker went in on. He went in on Al. Anybody else talking about this, or am I the only one? Am I going to get called a liar? That's okay. Call me a liar. All y'all niggas call me a liar. Because I'm going to be right. Because I'm going to be right, baby. I'm on a plane bored just talking. I don't know when I'm fighting for real. I was blindsided 2 weeks ago. I'm still trying to figure things out. Smiley face. So you can say he was blindsided by Terrence Crawford, but he says, I don't know when I'm going to fight again. In my guesstimation, he's talking to Al Heyman. It's what I believe. One second. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm on a plane bored just talking. I don't know when I'm fighting for real. I was blindsided weeks ago. I'm still trying to figure things out. He don't want to fight Keith Thurman, y'all. At all. He has no desire to fight Keith Thurman. It's time for Al to go, man. It's really time for Al to go. And two, who's going to be the fighter to step up to Al Heyman publicly? Because Al Heyman's destroying the sport. Al Heyman's literally destroyed the sport of boxing. This man, I was talking to someone earlier. He has about 30% of the sport, right? And he probably has about 40% of the cachet names, right? Al Heyman business model has failed. He has used these athletes as slaves, as cattle. For what? For selfish gain. And how can I prove that? Jamal Charlo. How can I prove that? J-Rock. How can I prove that? Chris Areola. How can I prove that? Gary Russell. Al Heyman. You're an Errol Spence fan, aren't you? Are you an Errol Spence fan? When's Errol Spence fighting again? Are you a Deontay Wilder fan? When's Deontay Wilder fighting again? How did Tank Davis get a fight before Jamal Charlo? Don't they fight on the same network, Showtime? How did his fight get announced before Jamal Charlo? Earl's fighting one time a year. He said on this show he want to fight 3 times a year. I'm sure that hasn't changed. Like I said, the 2000 version of Al Heyman is not the 2022 version of Al Heyman. In 2022, he has no money. He's going to throw you on pay-per-view, and the month before, he's going to have another pay-per-view. And then a month after that, he's going to have another pay-per-view. So who the fuck is going to buy 3 pay-per-views in 3 months? Not even the wealthy. Not even the wealthy. So we sit here and pretend that fighting once a year is great when every fighter says they want to fight 3 times a year. Explain that. Well, if he hadn't abused me that night, I probably would have got killed. Now, let's just cut the NBA in half. Let's just play 41 games. The NFL, let's just cut it to 9 games. That means they pay get cut too. The reason why baseball players get paid $50 million because they have 162 dates. Do you understand that? That's why they can give you $50 million when you got 162 dates times 50,000 people that show up. Of course. So we're going to sit back and see what Errol Spence is going to do. But I can assure you, he's not fighting Keith Thurman. There's nothing in me that leads me to believe he's fighting Keith Thurman. The man said, I'm going to Ghana. If the man's fighting Keith Thurman, he should be in camp, right? Everyone is collateral. Everyone is collateral. Jamal Charlo is collateral. They've been dangling Jamal to get Canelo for 2 years, 3 years. Still ain't got him. And Jamal Charlo ain't had a fight. Can you believe that? I'm pretty sure that's Jamal Charlo's fault. That's Jamal Charlo's fault. He ain't fought in 2 years. Is that his fault? That's J-Rock's fault. He was out 13 months. That's Chris Ariola's fault. He's been out since last May, right? That's his fault. Yeah, it's their fault. I'm with it. It's their fault. And you know, I don't know how much y'all make, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't want nothing cut. I don't want nothing cut in my life. Everything I get, I want to earn. I don't shortchange the government. I don't scam. I do not live an honest life. And whatever I work, I want to get paid for it. And I want to work as much as possible. That's the problem, man. Man, we're Democrats. You know what I mean? We want somebody to come and take care of us. You know, we want Medi-Cal, we want WIC, we want Section 8. Oh yeah, man. We just a whole man. Y'all ain't see me, man. We just a whole bunch of hapless, codependent niggas. That's what we are. I'm talking to you Mexicans, Asians, Blackies. I'm talking to all y'all niggas. We just dependent. Hey, I don't need to work full time because when I get 62, I'm gonna get Medi-Cal and I'm gonna get this WIC, I'm gonna get this Section 8, and they'll never kick me off. Oh yeah. I know. That's what happens, man. When you on someone else's nipple, that's the problem. When you don't create jobs for a living, that's the fucking problem. And I know all y'all niggas going, oh yeah, I create. Show me. Cam up and show me you create jobs. I need to see your payroll. I need to see your employee tax. I need to see you send out your 1099. Show me your 1099 receipts. You create jobs. Show me your 1099s. Or your W-2s. Or your weekly payroll. Show me. Oh, I create jobs, nigga. I'm this. No, you don't, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Niggas be in here capping like a motherfucker, man. And that's the problem. Oh, niggas don't need to fight once a year. They got Medi-Cal. No big deal. They can get disability. You know what I mean? Get disability and get $800 a month and be happy for the rest of your life. Yeah. Why not? Or get that $200 or get that that free get that free hotel room and that free food from the WBC when they want to promote a big fight. They'll fly you out. Oh yeah, they'll fly you out. Oh, they'll definitely fly you out, dog. Oh, for sure. They'll fly you out. Yeah. They'll give you a little $500, $1,000, and they'll give you your room key, and you'll be happy. And that's your reward for being a 3-division world champion. You get a free hotel room and free food and a ticket to the fight. But if you're in the NBA, you get a pension. Oh, they pimping y'all motherfuckers. Oh, it's a game of pimps and hoes. How the fuck you Floyd Mayweather? You generate billions of dollars and you have no forever money in this sport. One of his fights is the entire payroll of the Cleveland Indians. No, excuse me, the Cleveland Guard. If you combine the Cleveland Guardians and the Oakland A's payroll, I guarantee you it doesn't equal what Floyd made against Conor McGregor. And he has no retirement? Oh, okay. But I'm gonna call Bob Arum sometime next month, and he's gonna be celebrating his 60th year in boxing. Al Heyman's gonna be celebrating his 25th year in boxing. The Hearn family gonna be celebrating their 50th year and 40th year in boxing. Make it make sense. I know it doesn't make sense. I know. Yeah. Have y'all ever met Al Heyman? Well, you can't comment on him. I've met him. He's a fraud. He's a charming pimp. That's what he is. That's what he is. He used these men. Deontay Wilder fighting on pay-per-view against, what's that man's name? I don't even know, man. Who the hell did he fight? Who that? What the fuck is his name? Usyk? No. I don't even know who he fought. What's his name? What's the man's name that Deontay Wilder fought? Can y'all tell me his name? Uklik? Helenius. Thank you. I would have never remembered that shit. Al Heyman charged us $75 for that fight. Let's keep it a buck. He charged us $75 for that fight. I paid $75 for this hoodie, I think. You know what I mean? Now, if Dre hadn't got called into work, I would have bought it. You know, Dre had a medical emergency at work and she had to go save a child's life. So I had to take the kids to a party, and she successfully saved that child's life. And or else I would have bought it. The Dodgers was playing that night. I told you guys. So Dre, I can't go to Dre's dad's house and be like, hey, can we order the fight? And the Dodgers are playing against San Diego, I think. But this is highway pimpery. Al charged us $75 for Deontay Wilder, Robert Helenius. And then he's going to come back and charge us $75 for Tank Davis versus Viva Garcia. Who the fuck is that guy? He beats Chris Colbert and now he's on pay-per-view? Oh, I get it. I know. As it should be, right? Okay. I'm just asking. Because we paying for it. He pimping the shit out. I mean, he ain't really pimping. He's blade pimping at this point. He had escorts when PBC started. He had escorts, right? It was amazing, right? They were servicing Donald Trump and all the presidents, and now he on the blade now. You know what I mean? How much money you got now? The deal is how much money you got now. You know what I mean? It ain't I'm charging you. How much money you got so we can get this deal done? The jig is up. Jamal Charlo is a living example of what's going to happen to all these fighters. Do you guys hear me? He is the current example of what's going to happen to all these fighters. Darwin Price is what, 19-0, 17-0? Can't get a fight? The man went off and started his own security company and getting married, having a baby. Congratulations. What's that guy's name, man? Johnny Rice. Ain't fought since January 1st. Six-figure Johnny. Ain't that his name? Six figures. Six figures, baby. I guess it's time I thank Al Heyman. Shout out to Coach Malachi with that. Thank Al Heyman. This is some sick shit. When is Johnny Rice going to fight again? The motherfucker said he went into the casino with $2 and came out with $400. Thank God he hit. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia was going to leave Al Heyman. Y'all don't know that story. Oh, Danny was furious. I can't get a fight. I got you. I'm going to get you the Errol Spence fight. I got you. But Danny's made a lot of money with Al. I will admit that. A lot of money. But now that shit is dried up. Where the $10 million coming from? How can you make $10 million on PBC? What fight does PBC have right now that each fighter can get guaranteed $10 million? Tell me a fight. Tell me a fight. There's no fight on PBC that can guarantee each fighter at minimum is going to make $10 million. If Floyd came back today, he couldn't get a $10 million guarantee. Do you understand that shit? Spence versus Charlo? $10 million guarantee? Nah, I don't think that. Nah, I don't think 10 million. I don't think that shit does a $15 million gate. Floyd versus Errol, I would agree. Floyd versus Errol. Thank you for correcting me. Yep, Floyd versus Errol. That's the only fight on that PBC has. The only fight. Think about that shit. This is the only fight that PBC has where they would guarantee fighters at least a $10 million. That's it. Outside of that, no. Impossible. And Spence and Charlo were friends. I wouldn't anticipate that. I mean, they would do it for big money, but I don't think Jamel Charlo brand is big enough. Why would Derek James put himself in that position? But we just gonna sit here and pretend it's not happening. And this is why we never got reparations. This is why we believed in integration. This is why MLK was leading us into a burning building. Canelo's not with PBC. This is why Malcolm X's 6 daughters didn't have no financial stability. This is why Rosa Parks was being taken care of by a white man. The owner of Little Caesars took care of Rosa Parks after a black man beat her up and took her last few dollars. And they did nothing to that man in jail. That's why y'all fooling yourselves when y'all say, oh man, the gangbangers are the one that's holding us back. No, it's men like fucking Al Heyman holding us back. He's the middleman for all the motherfuckers, small hat motherfuckers. He's the middleman. He convinced you, man. He puts you to sleep with that mesmerizing jazz music. And next thing you know, you want to play the violin. You want to play the trumpet. You want to play the piano. You want to play the harp. You want to play the flute. Now you want to have your own band, knowing damn well your life goal wasn't to be in a band. In 2022, Al Heyman done sold y'all niggas out. And sold y'all niggas out. The nigga done tried to pawn off Errol Spence. Now he's pushing him towards the Keith Thurman fight and pretending he's not doing it. We done sent the request in on behalf of Errol Spence. How the fuck you send in a request on behalf of Errol Spence when he done said, I'm not fighting the guy? And the fact that motherfuckers won't hold the primary sources accountable is in fucking sane. Tom Brown is not a credible source for PBC. Tim Smith is not a credible source for PBC. Steven Espinoza is not a credible source for PBC. If it was Bob Arum, no. Everybody say what they gonna do. Oh man, if I ever run up on that motherfucker, man, I'm gonna whoop that nigga ass. Man, ain't nobody whooping nobody ass. If I see that fighter, if I see, well, let's see. I don't even know. But if I see Bob Arum, man, if I see what's that man named Eddie Hearn? Man, yeah, I know. I know y'all gonna do a whole lot. I know. You're gonna be in jail. That's what the fuck you gonna do. And no nigga wanna go to jail on Friday night. You ain't getting out till Tuesday. What nigga wanna go to jail? Raise your hand if you wanna go to jail on Friday. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You're gonna be in the cell with an alcoholic or a murderer. Especially if you in the south and you in the hood, ain't no telling who you gonna be in the cell with. They ain't got room for all y'all niggas. They don't discriminate. Dude, the fact that he said, listen, the fact that I don't understand why we even going back and forth at this present time. The fact that this man said, I'm getting this shit on behalf. Hey, Earl, man, you always welcome to come to my platform and speak your truth. And because do y'all see what Al Heyman done did to this nigga? He said on behalf of Earl Spence. Earl Spence would never approve of this shit. Let's shrink this a little bit. Do y'all read this? On behalf of Spence. Do y'all see that? Read that. On behalf of Spence. Well, let's go to Earl Spence Twitter. Hopefully it's not too far down. Damn, I don't know, man. That shit gonna take forever, right? Because Earl tweets a lot. Man, I'm never gonna find it. Happy birthday to his son and his dad got the same birthday. I'm going through his anyways, y'all seen the tweet. I'm not fighting. Maybe if I just Google this shit because Earl tweets a lot. And I don't know how to find that shit. Let's see what this say. Nah, we've been saying it. I'll beat your ass, but no ain't shit gonna be funny for you when the bell ring. Okay, that's him and I want y'all to see this. But that phone call, he said, I'm not fighting him. He says, I'm not fighting Keith Thurman. You're right. At this point, Al can say, I sabotaged the fight. And there's a piece of me. There's a piece of me that Earl is hip now. He's put 2 and 2 together, and he's playing the game to get his maximum deal. You know what I mean? He gonna do his part, and rightfully so. Cross the finish line and then go your merry way. Al Heyman's a slave catcher. That's what he is. Oh, you need some food, brother? Come by my ranch, man. I know them slave masters. I know you've been running from them slaves all day. Come by my ranch. He's a slave catcher. That's what Al Heyman is. He's a slave catcher. Prove me wrong. Tell him to put up his own money. I'm waiting on Al to put up his own money, y'all. I'm just gonna sit back and wait. I mean, he's the most successful businessman in boxing, right? Because when times get hard, don't you go into your savings? This nigga damn near airball the free throw. Good shot. Oh yeah. So, and by the way, if y'all want to mute somebody, this is our first day doing it. If y'all want to mute people, you know what I mean? Yeah, y'all can mute them. We can get them off the show. Because I know I might be hurting feelings and shit. Y'all see the bottom of the screen. Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? Been out for a few days, huh?
Yeah, the family. The kids on vacation.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Getting prepared for the big day.
Yeah, we got to hope. Oh, and yourself?
Yeah. I mean, we just it's just pretty normal for us. We keep the feast days of the Lord. Pretty much. But my wife, she is gonna, put a meal together.
It's just gonna be you and your wife, or you got family and friends
and my
coming?
Daughter.
Oh, so it's gonna be a small crowd. Small.
Yeah, we may have some of the grown kids. They may come by and bring a couple grandbabies over or something like that.
Beautiful. Yeah.
We don't really put anything together for these, holidays like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I hope everything's all right, man. I just wanted to say, you're being pretty disrespectful calling these young men slaves, man. I think you could come up with a better term than that.
I'm actually quoting them.
You quoting them that they said slave? They use that word?
Yeah, and pimps and hoes. Yeah, he was on my show. Darwin Price calls it pimps and hoes, slavery. Yeah, he came on the show and said that.
Oh, Darwin, he called the other fighters pimps and hoes. I mean,
he said it's a game. Yeah, it's a game of pimps and hoes.
Oh, really? So you decided to take that up as well and use that on your show about the fighters.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right. So if someone gave your child a reason to use those terms and refer to other, just say when he grows up, he decides to refer to other men who have jobs that choose however it is, if it's boxing or whatever, the way to take care of themselves and their families, you'd be okay with him referring to them as slaves and hoes.
I would never have to worry
would
about
you be
that.
okay with somebody referring to your son that way? If he goes to,
you don't have to use what ifs with my son.
If he went on to play professional ball, would you be okay with somebody else? Would you think that would you think that's all right? Some of these guys personally, and you said Errol's called your show. I heard, as a matter of fact, I heard him. But you're okay with calling that man a hoe or a slave? So that's okay if they did that to your son?
You won't have to worry about that with my son. And I'm not dealing with what ifs.
I'm not
dealing with what ifs. No, that is the point. I'm not in fairy tale land. I'm not.
I just thought it was disrespectful, but you get it. I know you get it.
No, I don't.
That's why you won't say yes, huh?
I'm not.
I mean, if you thought it was okay, you would just say yes. You're all right with somebody referring to your son that way. But you didn't. You instead.
My son had a contract in the NBA, I would tell him it's a game of pimps and hoes. And
okay, that's one thing to say. It's a game of pimps and hoes.
You are the hoe, nigga. Yes, Lincoln. No, because I don't like when I'm gonna talk because I don't like when grown men don't talk like grown men. We're gonna sit here and pretend that sports athletes and no, because now we act like cowards. And Fred ain't no motherfucking coward, man. Fred speaks truth to power and stands up for what he believes in. Now, we're not gonna sit here and pretend that sports and entertainment, athletes and entertainers aren't hoes and bitches now. We ain't gonna, they can't even say Jew. I dare you, challenge a motherfucker to say Jew. Challenge, go to somebody's Instagram right now and type the word Jew in their comment. I bet you they delete that shit. So we're not gonna sit here and pretend. No, Fred stands on what he fucking believes in. And because Fred is in complete control of his life, complete control of his last name, Fred don't have to worry about none of that shit. The truth stands alone. The truth doesn't need no motherfucker. Yes, sports and entertainment is a game of pimps and hoes. Yes, it is. Did someone come to Kyrie? Kanye? I didn't see no athletes. I didn't see no NBA players. I didn't see no boxers. I didn't see no baseball players. I didn't see none of them motherfuckers running and jumping and getting a shield and protecting Kanye and Kyrie. So yes, it's a game of pimps and hoes. These Jews run these motherfuckers. These Jews run Clarence Avant. These Jews run Al Heyman. Al Heyman is on his motherfucking knees begging Fox right now. Begging Fox. So you want to come in here and pretend like this shit? No, this shit is real. And these fighters know. These fighters ain't stupid. Now you can come with this. You can come with this fairy tale land and get on these emotional semantics. No, it's not. No, it don't work that way. And I'm not gonna let you play that game here. No. You
know, you tried to twist this up, but let's keep it plain and simple. If we're gonna continue to talk about that, but I mean, if you want to just rant and talk about something else on your feelings and all that type of stuff, that's
I don't
cool.
have feelings. I'm just
cool.
Facts.
But I just said. You said you used men just now. You talked about some men, and then you talked about pimps and hoes.
Yes.
All I said is that you're being pretty disrespectful, and that hold on. You just ran it for 5 minutes. I can't get 3.
No, because you're just rambling.
Get 1?
Yes, I would tell Deontay Wilder it's a game of pimps and hoes. Yes, I would. You don't understand me. I would.
No, what I'm saying is that's one thing to say to describe the game and give them some reference to pimps and hoes and what that.
No, you're like. You either gonna be I know you don't know because you're wasting my time. Because I would tell Errol Spence, I would tell Devin Haney. I told Devin Haney on this fucking show, it's a game of pimps and hoes, and you are the hoe. I'm not you're talking to Frederick Hawthorne. A man that spent his own money to speak truth to power.
Listen, just because you talk to him like that don't change the fact that you being a disrespectful Negro.
That's not disrespectful. Not disrespectful.
Hold on. And
you got coward in your voice. You got coward in your voice. No, it is a game of slavery.
Well, why didn't you just say yes? Yes, it's okay for them to refer to my son as that. But no, instead you said, "Oh, my son won't have to deal with that." Then you go off and say, "Oh, well, I would tell him that this is a game."
Oh, I damn sure would.
Who you think
I damn sure would.
I hear everything you saying, but you ain't said that. You didn't say yes. It's okay. My son is a hoe. My son. My son. You don't understand me. You don't slave, nigga. You pay taxes.
No, that has nothing to do with it. See, now you're changing the fucking narrative. No,
you can't walk out on the street and do either. Just as a citizen, you in agreement.
You one of the scariest black men I know. And tuck your tail, nigga. Go tuck your fucking tail, nigga. You a coward.
What you need to do is admit when you're wrong. Admit when you're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong because I would tell my son.
Well, then
I would tell my son. You are the hoe.
Refer to your son.
You are no, and I damn sure would. Because you know why?
All right,
Daddy got a 10 million. Daddy got an 8-figure empire.
So we see you just have an issue.
I told you.
If it's okay for somebody to refer to your son as a hoe or a slave, then you just have a problem, brother. That's it.
Listen, I would tell my son he's the hoe. And guess what? I tell people, get the first bag and get the fuck out. And I'm gonna tell you this: my son will never apologize.
Listen, if you like you said, and like I would believe, if you educate enough, all you had to do is say, "You're right, Anthony. I don't have to refer to them as slaves. You could have came up with something else. You could have came up with something altogether.
What is it then? What is it? What is it? What is it? If you have no power in a situation, what is it?
It's all good, man. I understand what you're trying to do, but yeah, you don't have to.
You got
just
your
because you're going to tell them, you're going to give them a reference to something to describe a game, so you could break it down and make it simple and plain. Doesn't mean that you have to keep saying you a slave, you a hoe. I mean, come on.
It's
dude.
a game of pimps and hoes. That's what it is.
I know, and I bet you get in them guys' face and you start calling them slaves and hoes, you're gonna be missing some teeth.
Okay, well, I'll be missing some teeth because Fred ain't never back down.
You're gonna be missing some teeth. I'm telling you.
See,
you're
the coward.
Man.
You're the coward. It is a game of pimps and hoes. It's not just
coward. It's about being smart. What am I? Why?
Okay, well, what do you call it? What do you call it? We're going back and forth, man. We got somebody else, and you just rambling. It's just rambling. It's cool. What's up, Gotham?
What's going on? Hey, Anthony, what would you call it? Answer that question. What would you call it?
I'd call him by his name, which is Errol Spence. I call him a boxer. I say, hey, brother, boxer, you can get more. Or, this is what I see going on right here. This is my opinion of this. I wouldn't call him a pimp and hoe, even if I use pimps and hoes as my range of trying to explain to him my scenario of what I think. I'm not going to call him a hoe. And I ain't gonna call him a slave. And Fred want to act like he don't have rules. Everybody has rules. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean that all I did was say, hey, bro, don't you think you're being disrespectful? These are people that he knows, that he's spoken to. Boxers. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a game of pimps and hoes.
Yeah,
man.
but I think it's well, just the way I mean, Fred, you can clarify.
The power versus the powerless. Is that better for your sensitive ass? The power versus the powerless. How's that? How is that? How is that?
You gotta realize.
How is that? How is that?
He just changed this to try to make it softer.
No, I'm not making it softer. Because if Earl was right here right now, no, because you don't understand me. You don't understand me. If Earl was right here right now, if Earl was sitting here right now, I would ask him the question. I would say it's a PBC is softening. It's an interview. It's an interview. This is commentary.
Teeth in his mouth.
See, this is stupid. This is how stupid you are, because this is commentary. Interview and commentary are two different things.
The stupidness, you the one went down to some
I know
Negro off the street that doesn't have an education.
You commentary. This is commentary.
Yeah, I know.
This is commentary.
You couldn't think of something better. I didn't come in arguing with you about it, Fred. Did I come in arguing with you about it? You went on a rant, brother. You got emotional about it. I just said, don't you think it's something?
Man, see how this nigga play victim, backdoor victim, man. You
backdoor
do it every night. Yeah,
I'm just telling it like it is, bro.
Okay, tell me like it is. Tell it like it is. The same way you rob people with those lemons. The same way you rob them with the lemons.
A victim to what, bro? I don't owe nobody nothing on this show. What you mean a victim? I'm not a victim. You just don't like hearing the truth when it come out my mouth because it sounds bad to you. And you want to make
it don't sound bad. It don't sound bad because
what you get all emotional and start hollering for?
Because a PBC fighter came on this show and said PBC is a game of pimps and hoes.
That wasn't what you were saying at first. Like I said, you softened it.
It is the power.
Turned it to a game.
I didn't. No, I'm not softening it. No.
You were talking about Al Heyman, and you were saying,
Al Heyman is the pimp.
Slaves.
Al Heyman is the pimp. Yeah. What more do you want me to say? Al Heyman is the pimp.
Hey man,
he's the pimp.
You say it however you want to say it. I just thought I'd just call and tell you, you sounding pretty disrespectful. And I thought
it's not disrespectful when you're telling them the truth.
Well, that's
nigga, you 50 pounds overweight, you fat. You should have told me a little bit better. No, that's a whole different conversation. No, it's not. It's the
like
same
I said,
thing.
you did soften it, and you don't want to try to,
No, I'm not softening
shit. Fred, can I cut in? Can I cut in?
Yeah, sure.
Anthony, the way Fred, from the time I came in here, within the framework, right? The sequence of the information, the way he laid it out. What do you call it? Like, in regards to Earl Spence specifically, Fred's been on this platform giving Earl the utmost respect because of what Earl did for him.
Yeah, I don't
So
hate
he's
him.
not disrespecting Earl Spence because he fucks with Earl Spence. But the situation that Earl finds himself in, where he's tweeting saying, I don't know when I'm going to fight. I was blindsided by when he has people going behind him after he clearly stated, I am not going to fight Keith Thurman. And they are there at the convention speaking on behalf of Keith Thurman. Like, what do you got to put it in the proper context, Anthony? Like, what I noticed about you is you like to sit in the clouds, wait for somebody to say something that you can come in here and rebut. Like, you don't ever offer your thought. You just critique somebody.
I did, Gotham. I did, bro. Listen, all that you just said.
Hold on, Anthony, because I said a lot. Let's just get back to it though. The framework in which it was provided in. How is that disrespectful?
God, I didn't say anything about the framework was disrespectful. Everything that you just said, that wasn't anything that I called about. Only thing I called about is when he started referring to them as slaves. I just said, couldn't you use something better?
Read this. So you don't want to call this slavery, and then let this sink in. Let this sink in.
I already saw
on November 14th.
I already saw it.
TGB applied special permission on behalf of Spence. Spence didn't want that.
It's Fred. Listen, you can show that all day. The framework all day. All I said to you, bro, is that I think you could have.
I'm the most courageous one speaking up. No, here's the catch. I am the most courageous one speaking up for Earl.
Why couldn't you be courageous without calling him a slave? That's all I said. I just said you can come up with
oh my God. When the motherfucker can sign for you, speak for you, he said, I applied for special permission on behalf of Spence. That's a fucking lie. That's a lie.
You don't know that? Did you talk to Spence and he said I told
I don't know. No. Prove me wrong. No, you prove me wrong with your facts.
I don't have to prove anything.
Exactly.
You're the one embellishing on something.
I'm not embellishing.
Why do I have to prove you wrong when you're the one embellishing what the
guy what's up, man? This motherfucker is
between the lines.
This motherfucker just coming here. He's the art of confusion, man. This nigga is William O'Neill. Man, go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle. What's up, man?
You just don't like anybody calling you out.
I don't mind you calling, but you got to come with facts.
Listen, man.
Tell me where your fact is.
I just gave you a fact. Go ahead, Kyle.
You gave me a fact. You added to something. You can't add something to something and then say it's a fact.
So show me your facts.
Show me.
We've been waiting for 2 weeks.
Show me your facts.
Embellishment.
Show me your facts. Show me your facts to disprove mine. Show me your facts to disprove mine.
You ain't proved nothing.
Hold on. Listen.
Fraud, man. You just up here just
listen. Errol Spence told us on multiple accounts and occasions that he does not want to fight Keith Thurman under any circumstances. So how is it saying now all of a sudden that they want special permission on behalf of Errol Spence to fight Keith Thurman? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, let me ask you, because we're talking about Errol Spence at this point, because we already see what TDG or whatever said. So Errol Spence at this point, this is not anyway. The point is that Fred is speaking for Errol Spence at this time. Okay, you're going by past stuff. So when you woke up,
what do you mean
this
past
morning?
stuff?
Hold on. When you woke up,
he
this
just
morning,
said on the phone call he didn't want to fight Keith Thurman.
Hold up.
Can I get my word out? Phone call.
I'll get my word out right now.
Oh, crap!
You woke up.
Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead, Lemon Law Larry.
You woke up. You woke up saying I'm gonna wear green, and then by the time you got out the shower, you decide you had changed your mind. I'm wearing black.
Now you wasting our time. You wasting our fucking time.
He can't change his mind.
You wasting our time, bro. You were literally wasting our time. He just said it last week in the
I don't give a damn if he could change his mind until you can say Spence calling here, or you say you quoting Spence saying that Spence said he has not changed his mind. He still, or if we hear him say that, then we'll know it's fact. But right now, you just embellishing something.
Anthony, he's been saying it for years, bro. Like it would be a change of pace if he came out and said he would fight Keith Thurman. Like, we don't need him to say anything. He's been saying the same shit for years, bro. He's not fighting Keith Thurman because of how Keith Thurman.
But what you
he's wasting our time, dog. Don't y'all listen to this man?
What does this say?
Anthony, you're wasting time. Anthony, your wife is waiting on. Your wife needs a kiss. Your wife needs a hug.
Of Earl Spence. Why couldn't it be more that Earl Spence changed his mind and he wants to see how this motherfucker
comes in with hypotheticals? No, Anthony.
You just added a whole statement from
how about
that you ain't got from him to this whole conversation.
Y'all know y'all can mute this motherfucker. Y'all can mute this motherfucker. Look, $20, mute him.
You are crazy. You just you don't like anybody call you out.
You're not calling me out. You're wasting time.
Earl Spence as though you got this directly from him, and you didn't.
I did get it directly from him. He came on this show and said it.
And I just said that from this statement, it looks like, why can't it be that he
just tweeted it last month and the leaked phone call this month. Man,
this just happened after the phone call, sir.
Oh my God.
So all I'm saying to you is that this man can't change his mind. You got to make the statement for him without even confirming it first.
Oh, Anthony, hold on.
Come on, brother.
Anthony, if what you're saying is, whatever, but if what you're saying holds any weight, then he wouldn't have stated. If he changed his mind, why would he state he don't know when the next time he's fighting?
Okay, this is the truth right here.
No.
On behalf of Earl Spence, on behalf of somebody else.
How about you answer his question?
Do you think that person,
Anthony, answer his question, Anthony?
On behalf of them?
Man, you're wasting our time, Anthony.
What's the question?
My question is, if he changed his mind and he's willing to fight Keith Thurman now, why did he just tweet telling us that he don't know when he's fighting?
That's not saying it's a date, brother. It just said that the article
says February.
Sent something in
See, this is why you're full of shit. This is why you come here just to waste our fucking time. Look, Thurman in February 2023, and then he immediately tweets, "I don't know when I'm fighting."
Well, that's because he
applied. I know. That's because what?
Yes,
that's because what?
He applied for special permission. Okay, he has to get permission, and then once he gets permission, then there you have February 2023.
Anthony, fuck this one. You lost this. Get on Fred about what he had to say about Al Heyman.
What he had to say? No, I mean, I don't know. Fred said a lot of stuff. I'm just saying, all I called in just was tell him, he should use a better term than slave.
So employee would have made you happier. If he'd have said
employer.
I mean, I think that would have had more.
Because this is the barbershop. This is the barbershop where grown men can come in here and talk like they're in the barbershop.
I just thought you no. sound disrespectful from.
Don't you? I don't know if you've ever noticed when motherfuckers be arguing on this platform. I don't tell them to stop arguing. Y'all be trying to create peace. Nah, argue, motherfucker. Argue. I don't give a flying fuck. Y'all, nah. Oh yeah. We got to get this motherfucker out of here. Oh, yeah. We got our first one of the motherfucker. Yeah. Please, God. Oh, no. Mute this nigga. See you later.
Damn.
Appreciate you, Birdman. Appreciate you, Birdman. Get this nigga out of here. Get this nigga out of here. Birdman. Thank you, dog. Get that nigga out of here, man. Get that nigga out of here. Peace, nigga. Peace. It works. It works. It works. Yeah, we get these niggas out of here, man. Motherfucker, listen. I'm not going to say I have the most love. Appreciate you, Birdman. I don't know if I got the most love for Earl. But don't you know I would have this same conversation with Earl? Al Heyman pimping y'all niggas, man. He ain't got no money. He lying to y'all. Oh, I'm gonna sell PBC and you know what he told Floyd? You part owner of PBC. You part owner. Ain't nobody no part owner. What's up, Kyle? Disgruntled employees. Is that feels better?
I'm hoping I don't get muted, man. That 2 hours came fast too, boy.
Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, that button is crucial. That button is critical, y'all. Critical.
So is he done for the night, or somebody got to pay him to get back in?
Got to pay him to get back in. If y'all want him to come back in, cash out $20. Hey, shit. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, hey, that button is fun to the motherfucker.
Man,
love it. And
is he in the background?
No, I kick him out. I want him to come back in, pay the $20 to bring him back in.
Like, you don't like let him be in the background?
He don't need to be in the background. For what?
Damn.
Why would I put him in the background? He gonna watch the show.
Somebody pay to let him back in.
I don't hate him. I don't hate the man.
Damn.
I don't hate him. I mean, this conversation. Actually, he's a great asset to the show. I mean, he's right. He's a broken clock. You know, he's right once, twice a year. But
once or twice a year.
Yeah, but yeah, the point I'm making is don't nobody in these there are people that got more love for Errol. But I think we got to be straightforward with these guys. Al Heyman is using these fighters blind loyalty in 2022. Facts. The fact that he put Robert Helenius on pay-per-view with Deontay Wilder destroys Deontay Wilder's brand.
Fred, let me ask you this.
Yes.
So is the issue the fact that it's Robert Helenius? Because I'm of the mindset that Wilder can't not be pay-per-view. He has to be pay-per-view. That's how I feel.
I would have put him. I'll be honest. If I'm Al Heyman, I bite the bullet and put him on for free because he just lost 2 times in a row. And I get this first round knockout, which he got in front of 4 million people after a college football game, after the biggest college football game you can have, then you put that fight on and you do the co-main event and then you bring in Wilder. He knocks somebody out at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time and and you got it, and you go straight into Fox Sports, whatever it is, I would have took the bullet because you gotta convince people that Wilder's back. You understand? You gotta market him to the public. You understand?
Yeah, I do. Putting them on free TV,
yeah,
more exposure.
Like Errol Spence Crawford should be on pay-per-view. Errol Spence Keith Thurman should be on pay-per-view. Tank versus Garcia should not be on pay-per-view. That fight should be on free TV so you can get the money on the pay-per-view end. Matter of fact, Steven Espinoza is so stupid. He should have put this fight on regular Showtime so he can get 300,000 new subscribers. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's business 101.
Yeah, I get it. It's like I guess it's remodeling the model, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. If that makes sense. Yeah, you got to remodel the model.
I get it.
This nigga Patrick Beverly half crazy.
Yeah, I mean, what? I mean, the team is sorry.
Yeah.
This team is sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This team is sorry. And Brooklyn's sorry, too.
Yeah, did they lose Sunday? When they brought them back, did they win?
They lost tonight.
They did?
To Philadelphia, and Embiid or Harden didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, because that pay-per-view did 77,000 buys. And I don't want Deontay Wilder doing 77,000 buys.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like now it's like 77,000 buys. Now what's his guarantee gonna be for the next fight?
Right.
You just minimize them. And I told y'all this was gonna happen during COVID.
Yeah, 77,000 buys is bad. That's bad. But the pay-per-view was also $75. You know, I mean, they could have priced it right.
When my son brings me some bullshit art, I was like, son, that's ugly. Nah, that shit ain't good. And guess what? The kid won every award that the school had to offer except perfect attendance.
Shout out.
First month of school, Kennedy wins student of the month. So obviously there's some truth to there's some sustainability to what I'm saying. Right. Lincoln, to tell you, man, I don't leave no stone unturned with Lincoln. I'm a little bit more lenient with Kennedy because she's 5, not because she's a girl, because she's 5 and the language is a little bit different. And but no, I wish I could have a conversation with Errol. And I would tell him the exact same thing. Al Heyman is pimping y'all motherfuckers. The fact that they use this language on a website that every boxer fan, publicator, Instagrammer, media is going to go to and said, you did this on behalf of Errol Spence? Come on, man.
Fred, what do you surmise the blind loyalty is about? Like,
he was great to them early. Like, he was great. Like, he was like the amateur coach. You know, took care of them, overpaid them, happy. I saw the checks. I mean, it was great. But like I said, the 2019 version of Al Heyman is not the 2022 version. It's a wrap. And I would agree they should have stick with Al Heyman in those early years. They were winning. It was stupendous. And but now, you know, yeah, man. I wish, man. I think they need to know more of the business. I really do. I think they need to have someone have a lawyer check their lawyer, as they would say. You know, have a lawyer for that lawyer. And I think that would serve them well, because right now we're at a position where it's a conflict of interest. The fact that Al Heyman told TGB that they were going to do this on behalf of Errol Spence, it's a conflict of interest. Huge conflict of interest. You're going to speak for Errol when Errol has said this shit for 3 years straight. I'm starting the narrative so people can wake the fuck up. I'm on Errol Spence's side, but because I'm talking not in metaphors, y'all niggas like, oh man, Errol not mad at me for talking like this. Are you kidding me? Deontay Wilder would never be mad at me for talking like this. Hell no. Hell fucking no. Not them. I could see Chris Colbert being mad at me. I mean, I could see, you know, if it was Rolly, I could see Rolly getting mad at me. But nah, not them grown men. Nah, not them grown men. No way, no how. And y'all gonna see it. Wilder said he wants to fight 3 times next year, right? Okay. So if he fight in June, is he gonna fight twice? Okay, we'll see. After he knocks out Andy Ruiz, is he gonna fight? And then see now. Go ahead, Kyle. Kyle, that Kyle?
No, that's me. I was gonna say they're gonna be in a. I think Wilder's gonna be in a tough spot when he knocks out Ruiz, because the WBC already, like, you know, it's a title eliminator, so I think Wilder gonna be in a rough spot, honestly, unless Usyk, you know, unless he can find a way to get the Usyk.
I don't think he can get the Usyk, but he got some fights out there that he can make a boatload of money. And
Ooh. AJ, that's about it.
AJ and Dillian White, he can make a boatload of money. Derek Chisora, a boatload of money. If I'm Wilder, I'm like, man, legacy, yeah, that's cool. I'm tied with Muhammad Ali. I got 12 fights left, 9 to 12 fights left. As you said, I'm 40. Shit. I want to revisit that deal with DAZN. It might be a 2-fight deal now.
Right.
You know, and it's going to be less because he did 77,000 buys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I would tell Wilder.
Oh, Fred, hold on. Do you think Heyman? Do you think he did that on purpose? Like putting them on pay-per-view against Robert. He had to know that wasn't gonna sell.
100% knew he wasn't gonna sell. 100%.
Yeah, but now that 77,000 buys is attached to the name of Wilder, you know. So and like you just said, his money's gonna be impacted by it. That's a used car salesman tactic.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna beat the shit out of either one of them fighters you just named, by the way. He gonna beat the shit out of Dillian White, Chisora. He really gonna hurt both of them.
Hey Anthony, if you want to come back, Birdman paid for you to come back, dog. If you want to come back in, man. He said your timeout has been long enough. All right, now you're free. You're free, Anthony. Hey, no, I would tell D, go ahead and get that money, man. Deontay Wilder has done everything for me.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's obvious. I think that he is. He's talked it. He's walked it. He's lived it. And he's did it. He's done it. I don't think Wilder needs to give me any more. I think Wilder needs to be selfish. I think for the first time in this last second half of his career, Deontay Wilder needs to be selfish. And I will be satisfied if Deontay Wilder became more selfish. Fuck us. Do you? That's what I would say. I'll be honest.
That doesn't sound like bad advice. I mean, he's in the hurt business, you know.
Fuck us, man. Fuck us, man.
I mean, me personally, I'm not sure what Wilder could do outside of unifying.
He don't need to fight for belts anymore. He's a world attraction.
Right.
Don't you know he sells out Wembley Stadium against anybody?
That's a fact.
Anybody. Derek Chisora wins. No, if Dillian White wins, I call out Dillian White. Fuck us, man. Man, D. We love you. We love you, but I think you've been so selfless that I think these last 9 fights, you need to be selfish. And he's given so much of himself, man. He's committed to black media. He gives the LDBC the first dibs on his information. He's done so many things, man. He's paid for single mothers. I'm gonna do a video on that, man, because Wilder needs to be more selfish. And I know he'll respond by, man, I can't do that for you. You need to go knock out Dillian White. Go knock out Jarrell Big Baby Miller. These are paying fights. Fuck Tyson Fury. Let that nigga gain 400 pounds and get into an alcoholic coma or some shit. You know what I mean? He ain't got much long at the top. Let him suffer. Let him suffer. Let that man suffer, man. But I think D is good. To me. People may disagree. And then you got to revisit, because of the Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford deal and what Andre Berto said on this interview. Al Heyman only deals with what's inside. Like, he has what term did Andre Berto use? He has an umbrella or a force field around PBC, and nothing gets out and nothing comes in. And if I'm Deontay Wilder, I play back the conversations I had with Al Heyman and Shelly Finkel as it pertains to that DAZN deal. And there lies the truth. And only Deontay Wilder knows it. But maybe it may be some truth there, and then now, because hindsight is 2020. So when you look back, Dia look back and it'd be like, yeah, maybe Al got me, or maybe Al made the right decision for me, But that Anthony Joshua fight is much bigger than Tyson Fury.
It is. It is, but he ain't gonna do that, Fred. I don't see Anthony fighting Wilder, bro. There's no way. There's no way. It's not worth it.
They have to, though.
Why you say no way?
Man, he losing that fight. It's not even up for debate. He losing. I would be shocked. I would be floored.
Or he can fight Joe Joyce. That's a great fight overseas.
That's a great fight. That's a great fight.
They'll pay Wilder $20 million easy.
That's a great fight.
It's not as big as Joshua. They're gonna make that Joshua fight.
It's not as big as Joshua. You're right.
But those princes over there in Dubai, they're gonna buy that fight. That fight's gonna happen. Joshua gonna get knocked out, but it's gonna happen.
Boy, Joshua gonna get retired.
Joshua don't care, man.
He retiring in the ring for sure.
But shit, maybe they'll do a 2-fight deal.
But he got to believe that he's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? He done been floored. That first big fight he had with that Klitschko guy, he floored him and almost finished him.
Man, that Klitschko never in his life had Wilder power though.
I understand.
Yeah, Wilder power looks scary.
But I know he's saying he going in there and he playing to win. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just think about it. Wilder, he done put so many people down so badly, made him look so bad, but people still keep getting in the ring with him. So Anthony Joshua, that's a big dude, and he's been a champion, been on top. Yeah, he want that.
I think Wilder can get him out in one, man. Like one round. Don't even waste no time.
I question everything. Now, Jamal Charlo, Canelo in 2018, when Oscar offered Jamal that fight, I question everything. I really do. Like, I question Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. I question Wilder, DAZN. I question it all, man. I don't have the answers, absolute answers, but where there's smoke, there's fire.
But Fred, some fights you just not gonna get. But then you're gonna be surprised. I mean, some of these things just gonna happen down the road. Just like with Floyd, it was a lot of fights. When he came off that second, I think it was the second retirement, that I wanted him to fight. Before he quit and gave it all up. And I remember Berto was one of those guys that was coming up back then, and he was real strong. I was like, Floyd need to get out of the way. Here come these young lions. You know what I'm saying? One of them gonna knock him off, and he ended up fighting that dude.
You know but the thing I'd be worried about though, Anthony, is getting these fights too late. Like when you got the B-Hop Roy Jones rematch, or countless fights that like just happened too late. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the promoters, the brands should have just as much pride of having classic material under their banner. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're PBC, bro, you were supposed to get that fight. You were supposed to get it. You would have had it. It'd have been Terrence Crawford first versus Errol Spence under your banner. Like you have to get that done.
Yeah, I just think these fighters, they just make so much money, man. I don't even know if a lot of them. I just don't know if they're able with every one of them making so much money. All these guys on top. I just don't know. I don't know if it's possible for them to have all those fights they used to have, like Floyd did. You know.
Yo, Anthony, I got a question for you. Because you're the big PBC like supporter, whatever. So you got 3 main promotions, right? In boxing, right? You got 4, but I ain't even gonna go there. So you got 3. You got the Hearn, Arum, Heyman. If you had a fighter, a promising fighter, where would you tell him to sign?
I don't know. I mean, because you have to just look at what they're telling you that they're going to do for you, as opposed to everybody else, and then your plan. You know, and it all has to kind of mesh to see.
Answer the question, Anthony.
Oh, I don't.
Isn't that what you asked me to do? Answer the question.
It's too many details.
Oh man,
of contract, but whoever the answer is,
you asked me a what if question. Answer his what if question.
I'm trying to. The answer is the contract that fits me the best. The contract and the promoter, you know, the system that works best for that fighter that I have. You know what I'm saying? To get him where he needs to be, to make him, a success.
So. Fred, you know what Anthony's problem is, Fred?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
And I know what his problem is. Anthony been in sales so long that he don't know how to do things naturally anymore. Like him being natural is saying, making sure he don't give his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how he naturally speaks, withholding information, ignoring the obvious, trying to steer. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you it seems like you want me to make a decision from 3 promotional companies based on.
Well, look at their champions.
On what? You want me to base it on how they treated some other fighters or something?
Your fighter is 5-0. Where do you want him to go?
No, so you just want me to base it on how they've treated other fighters, what I see them doing.
Man,
what I see.
How else you gonna base it off of?
Well, like I said earlier, it would all be based on
the Riddler, man. Remember the Riddler and Batman and shit? This motherfucker's the Riddler, man.
Anyway, just to skip past that, I don't want to repeat that again. But if I'm going for the money, I'm gonna go with the PBC, you know, or the Zone. It's gonna be one of those 2 because they pay the most. But I'm more likely gonna lean towards the PBC because they have the fighters that I like. I want to be around those guys if I could. You know what I'm saying? Getting some good work in, all that type of stuff. So yeah, and that's probably who I would go with. You know, just based on those general things right there.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like, because I don't even know how you scale the money. You know, like you're saying the most money's coming out of the PBC, but they fight one time, as opposed to like the Zone, where they fight multiple times a year, or Top Rank, they're fighting multiple times a year. You know, so the money is like, you know,
And how many fighters made more than Loma? How many PBC fighters make
a whole
$2
lot
million?
of them make more than Loma.
Who?
A lot of them make more than Loma. I mean,
at PBC?
Yeah.
Name them.
Javante Tank Davis, Jamel Charlo, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. I mean, Loma is down there with Porter as far as money. I mean, he just made a fight. What was that with maybe Tiafimo was his big payday.
But y'all,
other than that, he ain't been making any money. But I mean, that's just a question. Like, he's just throwing something out there. I mean, it's nothing
just like you
to make of it. I mean, it would be a whole lot more details going into.
But it speaks to who you are, though. It speaks to that you are an Al Heyman fanatic. Because if you're a prospect,
I mean, you can say that if that's what you want to say. I mean, I would say that you are Al Heyman hater, but
okay,
I mean, that's actually just labeling people about something. But I'm just I don't come in to defend. I just come in to say what you're saying is not.
Oh, you are defending.
It's not the truth. It's not the truth. I come in to
you've never disproved me though.
I come in to say
you've never disproved me. You've never said Fred
adulterating something.
You've never disproved me.
I just showed you today that you just embellished something, and then you're gonna talk about the man. The article says on behalf of. You just glaze right over that and go to Spence. Ain't never what he always said he wasn't gonna fight, but he said on behalf of, and you want to press the issue to say that somebody's just doing something and Spence don't know nothing about it. I mean, you can't say that because you can't prove that.
Bro. See,
and we waste
come in and just show you how you
waste.
I mean,
he's like a waste, man. He's like a waste. He's in an abusive relationship with PBC, and I mean,
what is the legal meaning of
I don't know
on behalf of, Fred? What is the legal meaning of that? I mean, if somebody does something on behalf of Frederick Hawthorne, would you say that they have your permission, that they are a representative of you? They're coming to represent you?
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're pushing a whole nother narrative, and you saying that it's factual, and I call in to tell you, to show everybody how it's not.
No, and I'm telling you that Errol Spence does not want to fight Keith Thurman.
I know he said it, but all I'm saying is that
we'll know December 16th. Errol Spence is going to be bombarded at that weigh-in in the final press conference. Errol Spence is going to be bombarded, and we'll come back here and we will revisit this topic. And Al Heyman doesn't need permission to speak on your behalf because I showed you the contract. He has the final say in everything. I showed you the contract.
That was a contract. That wasn't Errol Spence's contract. I've heard these fighters talk. They don't all have the same contract. So you can't.
I ain't gonna lie. Anthony, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you might be true. I don't know for sure, but they all behave like they got the same motherfucking contract. Every last one of them.
No, they don't all have the same contract. I've heard the fighters talk about it. Their managers talk about it. Even what's that lady?
Show me.
Donaire lady. She comes in and she explained a lot of that in detail. And she'll tell you that they do not have the same contract.
No, they don't have the same kind. The numbers are different. The number of fights are different. But the bylaws and all that shit is pretty standard, man.
You can say standard all you want to, but when you have an attorney, somebody that's going through the contract that is on your behalf that you're paying before you sign with this promoter.
PBC don't have lawyers, man. They don't have lawyers. PBC fighters don't have lawyers. Many of them don't. There's a handful.
You said many of them don't. Then you said they don't have. And then you say
I corrected myself, nigga. God, I said many of them.
All right, then. Thank you. So you don't know what's going on right there, brother?
Oh, I do know. I said many of them don't.
No, what I'm saying is that
you're a child. You are a child that never got pussy, that never got a girl. You are a child, man. I feel like Lincoln.
Since
Lincoln
you can't
is
win an argument. You just
I don't want to win an argument with you. I don't want to win an argument.
You have to resort to trying to
no
insult.
No, I'm not insulting you.
Yeah,
you are a waste of time.
Why you just can't keep it in a conversation? We just move
You're
the
a waste of
conversation on to
time.
something else.
You're a waste of time.
But since you can't win, you want to insult. I mean, come on, dude. You acting like a little girl right now.
Okay, I'll be a little girl. I'll be it. I
see you've been being an emotional little girl since I called you because you went on the rant.
I know. I'll take it.
You should. I'm telling the truth about you. That's what you say is just facts. Everybody watching.
I know. I'm very emotional, and until he has facts, this man doesn't come in here with facts.
I don't need any facts to show everybody.
Yes, you
that
do.
What you're saying,
because Fred comes here with facts every night.
Fred, are you
every
serious,
night,
bro? You cannot be this. You cannot be this doggone slow. I mean, just for lack of better words. I mean,
Birdman, why'd you bring him back in? Like this is.
You're trying to fool these people, dude. You sound like one of them fake preachers out there right now, bro.
How am I fooling them, Matt? Nah.
You just read it yourself, and like I said, you added to everything that you read.
Yo, Anthony, Anthony, look, bro.
I mean, I ain't trying to argue about it with it, though, man.
Well, I'm just saying, I would like, Anthony, I would like to see you come to the table with something, though.
Something. This nigga comes to a Thanksgiving dinner with lint in his pocket.
but listen, Bully.
No sodas, nigga. You could have bought 2 colas for 99 cents.
Bully, listen to
this. A bag of potato chips for $2.
If Fred brought the information to the place, and I'm arguing about the information he brought that he's adding to it, he's adulterating the information that he gave, and he's spilling it out to everybody else. I'm calling in.
Disprove it.
What he's saying.
Disprove it. Show me where Errol Spence. Disprove it. Disprove it. Where Errol Spence changed his mind. Disprove it.
Right there where it says on behalf of.
Nah, that's Al Heyman. That's not Errol.
Oh, that's a narrative that you want to go with.
No, it's not a narrative.
I'm saying no.
Okay, December 15th.
It's a legal term. It's a legal term. It's in writing.
December 15th. December 15th, we'll have our land because Errol Spence is gonna get blitzed. December 15th. He's gonna get blitzed.
If all that happens, then
it might. Yeah, shit.
If it happens, like you say, and they believe,
you'll see. And
they definitely coming because they're gonna want to answer for that Terrence Crawford nonsense.
Yeah,
they definitely coming.
We just have to wait and see, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, Fred.
Yo, Anthony, you could have came back with something
real bad or nothing, bro. I just come in just saying, if we're gonna talk about it, let's just talk about what the real facts are. If we speculate, let's just say, hey, I'm speculating, but you don't say that, bro.
But where are your facts, though, Anthony? Like, it's like
what are you talking about? My facts. Fred brought something in. I'm saying, Fred.
Yo, Anthony, you asked me a question. Allow me to answer it. So we're not wasting oxygen. Stop talking. We're not talking about this one argument, okay? This is why you gotta let me finish the thought. You've been coming in here trying to dispute anything Fred has said about Al Heyman. It's been time. Like, where are your facts on that side of the argument? Like, you should come in here with some evidence so the conversation can be, you know what I'm saying? Because you just come in here just saying that he's wrong. But you ain't presenting nothing. You're not presenting anything.
But that's my whole point. My whole point is that I'm arguing the evidence that he's bringing, and the evidence is saying one thing. It's it's reading one way, and Fred comes and he adds stuff to it.
So you take nothing away from them tweets from Earl, all because at the conference it said on behalf of Earl. But hold. So the tweets that came right from Earl, not on behalf, right from Earl. That don't mean shit.
Where in that tweet did it say Man, I ain't fighting Keith Thurman. I don't give a damn what Al said. I don't give a damn what they applied for. None of that. I'm just saying we could look at it Fred's way or we could look at it this way, because ain't neither one of us spitting any facts. We're just adding to something and saying this is what we think. This is what I believe is gonna happen.
See, when you challenge him, you see how he gives in, and yeah.
No, it ain't no give in. I'm just telling you, that's just simply what it is. I call in because Fred starts lying, because he says these are facts. I know this. But where's the source? If you want to talk about sources and all that, he brought in something that a tweet. He brought in another. I don't know if they both were tweets, Errol, and then one from the PBC or from Box Rec or wherever it was from. But the whole thing is that it's not. It says something. Boom, leave it there. But when you leave it there and then you say these are facts and this is what this is saying, and I'm telling you, these are facts. I'm 100% sure this is gonna happen. I mean, come on, that's a lie. That's the only thing I got to prove.
Anything else, Anthony? We about to get out of here. Anything else?
No, man. I had a good time, man. And I'll see y'all again.
See you
next
tomorrow.
Next time, Fred line.
See you tomorrow.
All right, brother. Kyle, later.
All right. Good night. Yeah, Kyle working, man. Kyle working.
Hey, don't mute me. Don't mute me. God damn it.
Well, you working, man. Hey, by the way, I'm about to start. I need a new co-host. This motherfucker working too much. Anybody want to co-host the show with me? This motherfucker, you got it. I respect it though. I need a new co-host. Anyway,
hey, listen, man. As long as that check's still clear at the first of the month, man, we all right.
It's gonna be someone else next month. Shit. Hey, you working, man. You gotta grind. You gotta grind for your family.
Yeah, I'm trying, I gotta because we're not working at the other job. I'm just making up the extra dough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, my wife just got that job though at Kaiser, so.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm one step away from being a stay-at-home dad. You know what I'm saying? She got a little more school to go through, and it's going down. I'm good to go.
Yeah, shit. Stay-at-home dad is the best, man. Let me tell you.
Oh, man, nigga, I'm spoiled.
You make so much money from your iPhone. Telling you.
I'm spoiled, man.
I make it.
That's why I've been going so hard, man, trying to get this shit going, man. Because I'm like, if I can get a couple thousand from YouTube in the club money, I'm stay-at-home dad for sure.
Yeah, that's the goal. Or somebody stay home. Somebody stay home. So.
Where Delonte at? Said he didn't already left?
Nah, I'm in the building. What's good, boy?
Got some city bullies, man. He a fucking bully himself. That's why he like them fucking dogs. He a goddamn bully.
Nah, man.
Bullying Anthony like that, man.
Anthony be on some bullshit, man.
Yeah, he just a waste of time, dog. He's filibustering, dog. Like, and we fall right into the bullshit. Man. We fall right into the bullshit. But yeah, man. But yeah, man. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah.
What we on tomorrow night or what? Because you've been
I had the kid. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, we've been doing decorations and stuff for the house, and we gotta
Thanksgiving is coming.
We got like the biggest tree in the motherfucking world in the house. So, So it took 2 days to do that shit, to do a tree. So anyways, man, y'all don't want to hear about a rich nigga problems, man. I want to pull up that Tom Brown.
Hey, with feelings like you got, Fred, you can get whatever tree you want, boy.
Yeah, facts.
You can go to the forest and chop any tree down and be all right.
He said, well, every contract is different. You don't say, Anthony. You don't say every contract is different.
Yeah, and what we fail to remember too is let me bring this up. Is I'm sure Errol Spence approved of this too. Tom Brown offered. Can y'all see that?
Nah, it didn't pop up. There you go.
I'm sure Earl approved of this too. Tom Brown, we offered Canelo $45 million for Charlo and $55 million for Spence because he's not fighting David Benavidez, right? He said it. He's not fighting that, so it would have been Charlo and Spence. But how about if Canelo would have changed his mind? Man, shut the fuck up. And so the first two, so September 17th would have been Errol Spence. He fought at 147, April 16th, May 16th, June 16th, July 16th, August 16th. He would have had 150 days to gain 17 pounds. And have been about 17 pounds would have been a 3-1 underdog. So, you know, I'm sure Earl approved this too when he wanted to be undisputed versus Terrence Crawford. He's been, what did he say? You know what I want next. What did he say? I want Terrence Crawford. But that's not what Al Heyman wanted. He used Tom Brown in this scenario. So guess what he did in this scenario? He used Tom Brown again. Man, come on, man. You ain't gonna get me. Man, come on, man. I don't stumble over my words, man. You know, I tell the truth, man. I ain't got no reason to lie to these fighters, man. These fighters love me, man. They may be mad at me, but they be back. You know, so. But yeah, man, let's get out of here, man. I want to go finish decorating this tree. I think we're on the last hurrah right now. Dre and they're working. Any last words, Mr. Henderson?
Yeah, man. Good show. Shout out to Fred. Shout out to Kyle, man. Shout out to Anthony too. Bro, stop talking. You can't talk to us like you talk to them. How you get them lemons off in the middle of Nebraska somewhere.
Yeah. But you know who he's taking advantage of? Poor people. This man takes advantage of poor people. High interest loans. That's what he does. He's a predator. Man, come on, man.
That's why he take up for Heyman. But yeah, man. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. And Malcolm X will be disappointed, man. For shit. I'm not Malcolm X. You know what I mean? I don't shit. Yeah, I think every Muslim and every Christian should be disappointed in me. Give a flying fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm gonna celebrate because I love the way he poverty pimping, man. Black trauma pimping, man. Used car salesman is pimping, man. They make deals with the loan people and they say, well, if you take this loan, we'll give you the first month free. How many months you want to do? You want to do 48 months or 60 months? How much you want to put down? Well, if you put down 1,000, I can get you this loan. But if you put down 3,000, I can get you this loan. Don't know, and they can get both loans. Don't know that they can go to a credit union and get an even better loan than what he's giving them. Man, come on, man. Used car salesman. Everybody know what these used car salesmen do, man. You know what I mean? And that's what it is, man. These motherfuckers, man. Berry Hill, man. Y'all got 6-5, man. 6-5. Y'all got Kansas State this weekend. Y'all playing for the Apple Cup. What is it? Yeah, man. Yeah, you got used car dealers. You know what I mean? You be selling them lemons. Sell straight to the dealer. You know what I mean? It don't matter. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. We'll be back tomorrow, man. I can't wait till Earl do his first interview, man. Y'all gonna be like, damn. Watch. If I'm a lion, I'm flying. I've been around them too long, man. Been around them too long. Too long, man. Oh shit. Champion Hart. Is he in here? Oh shit. Champion Heart, you in here? Oh, you got it on Facebook. Let's see if I
Hey,
can.
Fred, it's our weekend this weekend, man.
I don't have Facebook, Champion Heart. I don't even know. I don't have you got to send it to me on YouTube, Champion Heart.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah, what's
We
up?
out there this weekend. We gotta link up.
What's up?
We linking up this weekend for the fight.
Yeah. What time
so
you?
Me and Max gonna pull up on you.
Oh. Okay. What time y'all coming down?
Shit, probably Saturday morning.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Before the Michigan game.
Yeah, they play at 9
in the morning.
Yeah.
Why is the Michigan versus Ohio State games early in the morning?
Because they don't have lights at University of Michigan, or right?
I thought it was prime time.
Yeah, you didn't send me the YouTube link, Champion Heart. You sent me a Facebook link. You gotta send me a YouTube link. I can't open it.
We'll figure shit out, man. We'll figure shit out.
Never is a lie. Yeah, I got basketball practice tomorrow. I'm not even gonna watch the Michigan game live. I'm gonna watch it on the how you say it? How you say that shit? On record it. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll let y'all. Yeah, my